Hello folks, Desperado Van Adventures back again with another video. Hope you're all keeping well. This time we're in Caernarfon, North Wales, and we're parked up on a little coast road on the south side of the castle, across the river. Now this is a stopover, as you can see. It's right beside the sea and you have a good view of the mountains further south in Wales. This is a few sunset photographs I took. It was only the matter of stepping out of the van and taking the photographs. So we're going to head down this road towards Caernarfon. We will go the opposite direction after we've visited Caernarfon. There is other places on this road towards Caernarfon, but it's more populated. In that particular place there, you're not allowed to stay overnight. You can park during the day, but no overnight stopping. Not far down the road there's a camping site, so if you need to go in for a night and service your van, it's ideal. It's very close to the stopovers on this road. It'll only take you a couple of minutes driving down in your van. I'm actually on a bicycle, so it's taken me a little longer, but it's given me a chance to show you the road down into Caernarfon. While you're parked up here, have a look out for dolphins. I wasn't looking out to sea, I was standing at the van and I heard this massive splash in the water. And when I turned round to see what it was, the water was all roughened up, and I could see the fin of the dolphin. It wasn't the usual smooth swimming pattern that a dolphin would normally do. It was just going crazy, just swerving through the water. So I reckon it was actually feeding on bass. I was talking to a few guys and they told me that there's bass in the water, and there was quite a few fishing while I was there. So I reckon that's what the dolphin was after. Well, there we have it, Caernarfon Castle. Now you have to be careful here because there's a swinging bridge, and if you go into the town in the evening, there's a possibility that bridge will be swung closed to swing it across, and I did hear ones talking about it, that they've got trapped in the town. You would have quite a few miles to walk to get onto that road up to the stopover, so it'd either be that or you would have to get a taxi, so just be aware. So you have the castle and you have the castle walls, and that's the Anglesey. That white building there is a bar, a pub. It's called the Anglesey, but it wasn't opened when I was there. The place was dead. So I'm sure there's a few other bars up the town if you want to get yourself a refreshment, as they call it. There's a family of swans. Well, I don't see the daddy. Well, that could be the daddy there, but it's probably the mummy. The daddy's probably took himself off to look for a beautiful long neck partner for next year. So there it is, the bridge and the castle across the way. The castle was built by King Edward I in 1283. There was a moat and bailey there before he built the castle. So he more or less built the castle on the foundations of the moat and bailey. From what I hear anyway, I wasn't there at the time. So we're going to go into the town now and have a look around. I was only here for about half an hour. Had a look around. I was on the bike, so I didn't go into any places. I just took a few photographs and video clips. So it's pretty nice little town. There seems to be quite a few restaurants and bars and souvenir shops, all the usual stuff. And there's a shop with American candy, American sweets and American drinks. Right, that's another little photograph of the town. Now we're on to a statue, and this is a statue of David Lloyd George. It was erected in 1921 when he was still Prime Minister and represented the town. Apparently there's another statue in the town of Sir Hugh Owen. It was erected in 1888 and he was the founder of the University College of Wales. I checked out the price to visit the castle, and it's £14.50. I think it's £10 for a junior, and it's something like £45 for a family ticket. Now, as well as the castle, they built castle walls for extra protection, and you can walk up the side of the walls, and this is where we're going now. We're just passing the Anglesey bar that I showed you from across the river. So we're making our way up the south side of the castle walls through this little archway, and it takes you right up to a marina. As you can see, there's not a big lot of people about. I just can't remember what day of the week it was when I went, but I think it was through the week, a weekday. I don't think it was a weekend. Obviously the weekend you'll get more people out for the day and out staying for the weekend. So there's a boat, you can go for a float if you fancy. On the day I was there, as you can see, there's quite a few people on it, so it must be pretty popular. So a little bit up here there's an anchor, a ship's anchor, and it tells you the actual ship that it belonged to. So that's the anchor and the plaque. If you pause your video and the plaque comes on here, you can have a read. I do zoom into the right hand side there, so if you pause now you can read that. I don't think it stays on too long. So here we are, arriving at the marina. Quite a few boats in it. Boats that are sentenced to the harbour for the rest of their life. They never seem to leave the harbour. Right, we'll head back down the same way we came. Down the side of the walls, past the anchor and the bar, the Anglesey. Then we'll go over the bridge, up the road we come down, and then past the stopover that I'm staying at, and I'll show you that section of the road where there's a lot more little stopovers. So King Edward I was busy. He built a lot of castles. They called it the Iron Ring. The most significant ones that he built were Conway, Caernarfon, Hartage and Beaumaris. So that's us once again passing the Anglesey. Okay, back onto the bridge again. This is actually the Aber swing bridge, and it was built in 1970. It's made of concrete and steel, and it's powered by electricity. Apparently it used to be a ferry, little boat that took you across the river. Right, so what about these little boats? I think they're called sailing dinghies, and they're very colourful. Lovely little crafts. I think they're actually making their way into the harbour. Wouldn't mind a go in one of them. The only problem is I can't sail. I'd probably end up getting blew up the Irish Sea onto the Isle of Man or something. But it'd be nice to learn how to sail one, wouldn't it? Right, this is us on the other part of the road. Rather than going down next Caernarfon from the stopover, I'm going the other direction. And as you can see here, there's seems to be quite a few spots to park up. Have a look out for this little church. It's somewhere along this stretch of the road. Okay, back on the road again. So there is a place up here, and there must be about 6 vans in it, and a couple of vans across the road as well. So this seems to be a popular spot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 vans in there at the minute, and a couple of vans across the road, and we just passed one. So that's about 8 vans within a couple of 100 yards. Excuse me. So that's the other 2 vans. That's a nice wee park up right beside the sea. Right, so we're heading up here. This is where the road leaves the coast and goes into the countryside. If you're travelling south down through Wales, you don't have to go back into Caernarfon. You can keep following this road. I think you go over a couple of staggered crossroads, and it'll take you up onto the main road. That'll take you to Pwllheli, Aber, and places like that. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and happy travelling. Bye for now.